Hello and welcome to round 3 of the European Championships with me, Rebecca Gillard, and joined as always by Richard.
Hi.
Hi. So we have Davide Cuirleo versus Matthew Slade on the right. I'm so sorry, I am totally going to ruin some people's names here.
Matthew Slade? No, I can't pronounce it.
Nice try though, nice try. So we've got Stark Filter on the left versus Targ Filter on the right. Stark against Targ. Stark's probably got a bit of an advantage.
Don't know about advantage, but I'm sure David is quite happy with the matchup.
Yeah, he's already got Winterfell out, so he's got things to try and slow down that Targ burn and to stop events and horrible things from happening. But then Matt's got Drogo on the board already, and David has no military icons. So, I don't know, both got strong starts, would you say?
David probably not as happy with the start. He probably wanted a couple of chuds instead of Lewin, but, you know, whatever. I'm sure he's not going to try and go toe-and-toe with military.
No.
So he'll probably use Winterfell to protect himself on the power challenges and just try and win power and grind the game out.
Yeah, makes sense.
Cool.
So we've got some interesting plot choices here. So we've got counting coppers from Matt, which makes sense. I mean, when you Targ, you want to try and get all those Dracarys in hand so you can Dracarys someone 5 times like you did to Gabby that time.
Yep, of course.
Yeah.
Best thing to do.
Best thing to do, especially if it's against Gabby, right?
Yeah, definitely against Gabby.
Definitely against
She
Gabby.
loved playing against Targ.
Yeah.
And Isle of Raven.
Yeah.
And Shadow Black Lane.
Yeah.
And getting Dracarys 5 times.
And then on the left, we've got Late Summer Feast, which is one of those plots where it's like, do you play Late Summer Feast or do you play trading?
And?
Well,
what's the answer?
I don't know. Basically. I guess with Late Summer Feast, then they're not always going to get to draw a card. And also, it's a forced reaction, but in my experience, a lot of people have forgotten it. Because the person may draw a card, so it's not something like that has to happen.
It's a mandatory trigger, isn't it? It's a forced reaction, which means it has to be triggered.
But by triggering it, you could just not do anything. Cause whose responsibility?
Well, how do you know it's triggered?
Maybe they did it mentally.
Mentally triggered?
Maybe they're telepathic.
No.
Oh. I've got a degree in psychology. Maybe I looked into their eyes and was like, hey, they just triggered it.
You got a degree in psychology that makes you psychotic?
I'd say that's pretty accurate. You should know you live with me, right?
Yeah, psychotic.
I don't know. I mean, Late Summer Feast, I think's always risky because you could be giving them that really important card they've been waiting for. Whereas with trading, again, you're giving them the gold to play things out they might not be able to have played. So at this point, he'd have been giving Matt 3 more gold, and Matt only gets 2 gold this turn, so it could have been allowing him to play things out that he wanted. Whereas with Late Summer Feast, you might get the option of their card draw not actually being that good, or they might not want to draw the cards because they've got too many cards in hand. So I don't know. I guess it depends on preference with this one.
Well, I think about it this way. When's the ideal time to play trading? When your opponent has a few cards in hand and they're not going to do anything with the gold. So when's the ideal time to play Late Summer Feast?
I guess near the beginning when they've got loads of cards anyway.
Oh, yeah, and they probably have to discard to reserve. Or if you've got ways of taking cards out of their hand, which is probably not the case in Dark Fealty.
So do you generally play Late Summer Feast over trading?
I don't really play either.
Oh.
Anymore.
Yeah, I guess that's one way to counter the Late Summer Feast versus trading arguments.
When you put trading in a deck, often it's the last plot. You try not to use it.
Yeah, I just like trading for After Valar to sort of splurge my board back out and, fill up the board again. But yeah, I used to start with a trading, but I very, very rarely open trading anymore.
I remember Darren Hazelden enabling your trading rights and making you very sad.
Yeah, I remember that. I thought it's only Gabby were meant to take the mick out of these games.
So David's marshalled some economy.
He has.
He's got a duped Arya on the board.
He does.
And he has Fast Eddie.
He does.
Which is good because Fast Eddie is 6 strength, 7 strength with Winterfell, and not easily burnable.
But he marshalled something else as well. Did you see?
What are you saying?
Marriage pact.
Oh yeah.
On Drogo.
Yeah, that's gonna render Drogo impotent. Something that might not have been said for a while, but he is impotent right now.
Is he? Is that the right word?
Well, he ain't going to be doing much, is he?
He's not going to be doing much, but I'm not sure impotent's the right word. So, please explain to us what Marriage Pact says.
Attached character cannot participate in challenges against you, which means he can't be declared as an attacker, as a defender. He can't be enabled into a challenge in any way. So... Yeah.
Do you think that card might be good in melee?
What, Marriage Pact? Bit expensive for melee, I think.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Can't participate in challenges against you. He'll just participate in challenges against someone else.
Needs to direct it elsewhere.
Yeah. 3 gold, though. Seems expensive.
Fair enough. David's passed his challenges here. Probably trying not to let anyone die. So just got the challenges coming in from Matt. So Matt's going in first then with the military from the Unsullied. Of course, with the Unsullied participating, any defence will be -1 in strength. Going to kneel Winterfell there, so he can kneel and defend with Ed. So he's going to win that challenge. Well, I was going to say unless Matt can do anything, but he can't do anything because Nightmares won't work now or anything like that because Winterfell has been knelt. So yeah, so Ned wins that challenge and gets the power on there. So Matt there is just kneeling his cross keys card. So the cross keys is the London Meta's kind of symbol, and Matt here is using it as his fealty card. So the cross keys kneel is indicative of the fealty.
It's a symbol of their pub.
Cool.
They play in a pub.
Cool.
And drink beers.
Sounds nice.
And play cards, and that is the sigil.
I drove to Bath the other week, and there was a pub called the Cross Keys Pub.
Cub.
Yeah. The Cross Keys Pub. And I was really excited. I was like, oh, that's where the London Meta play. And I was like, no, that cannot be true because I'm driving to Bath.
Oh yeah, they commute to Bath every Thursday night just to play cards.
I was really excited at the time. I really wanted to take a picture and be like, hey guys, is this your pub? And then I was like, no, because I'm driving and I probably shouldn't take pictures while I'm driving.
Definitely not.
Yeah, probably not safe. So I didn't take a picture. But it does exist, guys, just to clarify.
Cool story, bro.
Thanks.
Can you tell us what's happening now on the screen?
Yeah, David's like, hey, what's that knelt card over there? Indicating the cross keys card. And Matt's like, yeah, this is my cool fealty card that isn't actually a fealty card, but I'm pretending it's a fealty card so I can kneel it to reduce the cost of my next Dracarys that I'm going to get you with.
And David's like, yeah, whatever.
It's important to note, though, that Matt did say, I can use my fealty card instead if you'd like. And David's like, nah, you're all right, man. Just use cross keys card.
Is that what he said?
Probably not quite those words, but it's along those lines.
In other news, Matt did a military challenge and David lost it, claiming Arya's duplicate.
Which, ironically, was Jory Cassell, who sacrifices himself to save a character.
Unless you're me in a tournament and forget about it and let him die to Valor.
That was really funny. I've never seen so many people grabbing their hair and almost collapsing in disbelief. Well done, darling.
Right, David won Dom.
He did.
Everyone stood.
They did.
Taxation happened.
It did.
And now they're choosing plots.
Cool.
Which are going to be...
Dun 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 dun. I've already watched it, so I don't want to spoil it.
Oh, okay. Well, Matthew Slade deck is on Phone DB.
It is indeed.
If you want to look at it, it is under the username Stormborn. It has a very interesting deck. It is not your conventional Targ fealty.
Flipping heck, how many events he got?
Shitloads.
He's got that!
100, a lot of events.
And he's got one of those.
Check it out, guys. If you're interested after the game, check it out. I'm sure Matt would appreciate it if you left a nice comment on there. Maybe ask him a question.
Actually, got a couple of interesting cards in there that I wouldn't have expected.
Yeah, well, maybe you see them get played.
Ooh.
So, counting coppers into Wardens of the North.
Matt's got all the cards.
He has got a lot of cards.
He's got a lot of cards.
And he's probably going to draw more economy, which sort of softened the tempo loss of counting coppers. He got a lot of cheap characters already on the board.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 2 reducer chud muffins. He's got 2 locations there to reduce costs of things. So he's got plenty of economy around.
Yeah, he's got options. I mean, it must feel nice to be able to open 2 counting coppers in a game. Have all the cards you want in your hand. Of course, the danger cards are Dracarys. Dragon is no slave. He'll have fire and blood if dragons die. So I'm sure he's got all those options, and to have them all in hand must feel pretty nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always nice to be a Targ player sitting with Dracarys in hand and a dragon on the board and knowing that your opponent is just sitting there shitting themselves.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a glorious feeling, along with everyone else you're sat next to, because everyone else is playing Targ as well.
Yeah. I used to really, really like Targ a lot, and now loads and loads of people are playing Targ, and it's just like, I don't want to be the person that looks like on the bandwagon when I'm not really on the bandwagon. I just really like Targ.
Matt doesn't give a shit about that, because Matt is obsessed with Targ. He's always played Targ.
I don't think I've ever seen him not play Targ. In fact, he has beaten me on camera playing Targ.
There you go, Matt is Targ man. Yeah.
I nearly forgot about that. That's when I played the neutrals deck.
It was.
To be fair, I was playing a neutrals deck. I probably deserved to be destroyed.
I'll say. The Monk Marshal duplicated Drogon.
Extra dragons is always good.
It's fine. He'll survive a Valar if there is one.
Yep. Yeah, or a first snow, something like that. That would also work.
That's a silly idea.
Yeah,
who would run first snow?
I used to run first snow in my Targ deck. I thought they were really useful.
True.
No one ever expected it.
But that was pre-Valar.
Yeah, I don't like Valar. Valar's annoying. Oh, Matt's also got a Plaza of Pride. Yep. So Plaza of Pride is, just a reminder, discard a card from hand to stand a character with X strength, and X is 3 more than the cost of the card discarded from hand. So it's really, really nice because obviously you can reuse those key characters, get a bit of extra renown.
I'll interject and say it's X cost, not X strength.
Oh, apologies. X cost. I thought I said X cost. Maybe I was thinking it and just said X strength.
Maybe.
Sounds like me. Yeah.
So,
sorry.
You could discard a 3-cost card to restand Khal Drogo if he could ever kneel from doing anything. That would be nice.
If you could ever participate in any challenge ever. Why do you think Davide's played Wardens of the North here? Seems like an interesting choice.
Yeah, he got economy on the board. Maybe he wanted the initiative.
Well, Matt's gone first here. Do you think that Davide just wanted to see what Matt was playing out, or
Sure.
maybe he just wanted to be more reactive?
Yeah, I mean, he probably on the defensive at the moment, knowing Matt has 2 military challenges coming at him. He probably wants to make sure he plays the appropriate character to be able to defend at least one of them.
Yeah. So we've got a Blackfish come out there. So he's going to be a little bit delicate, I guess, in face of Dracarys.
Normally you'd be a bit wary of playing Blackfish against Targ. However, he got Winterfell out, which puts him on 5 strength, not immediately in danger of Crown of Gold.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's not so bad.
Unless Winterfell gets nightmares.
Hey, wait. You should look a little bit of a circle.
That is terrible.
It's awesome.
What is that?
It's my new little thing. Like, if there's a nightmares that could be a little bit ambiguous, I can put a little circle, show what it's getting. The nightmares on Winterfell. Winterfell is nightmares. That means that Blackfish is on 4 strength.
Incredible.
So he could be Dracarys.
That is a valid point.
See? Message to my madness.
So what you're saying is you'd have to kneel Winterfell. I can't kneel Winterfell, so he's not going to kneel Blackfish into a challenge.
You'd presume not. You'd presume not. So we've got a military coming in then with the Unsullied. Ned can still defend this and win, and still be okay from Dracarys. There's only 1 gold left, but there is also fealty that hasn't been out yet. Oh, nightmares. Okay, so nightmares in Drogo.
Your little red worm of doom circling Drogo there.
Little red worm of doom. So Drogo, has been nightmares, which means that we can't get the two. Oh, or not. Okay.
That's like, I will not accept this.
So Matt can still do 2 militaries if he wants to. And also he's kneeling his faction card. So it's pretty much saying, hey, I've got Dracarys. Come at me, bro.
Or it could be saying, hey, I might have Dracarys. Think about that.
Yeah. I prefer my version.
Okay, sorry.
Ned's defending. He's going to win. Unless Matt's got something really mean going on. I like the hand waving that's going on there. Bit jazz hands on the board.
Bit of hand wiggling. Always good to communicate with your opponent.
Yeah.
With a
Tells them a lot.
Swift flick of the wrist.
Yeah, go with that. So yeah, Matt's decided not to bother trying to Dracarys Ned. And Ned wins the challenge, gaining a power. Matt's going with a cheeky little power challenge from a cheeky little chud nothing.
Chump challenge.
Chump challenge. So I mean, David could defend it if he wants to, but he does have basically another military that he's going to have to soak up. So he might not want to risk anybody getting Dracarys.
I mean, David seemed to be all about power challenges. He's not going to be making waves in military at the moment. So he'll probably want to defend it.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to lose race in the power struggle. Keep ahead in power.
Okay. So he's going to try and defend with Lewin. I mean, I guess... Will he Dracarys it? I mean, I guess there's juicier fish on the table that he could go for.
Christ. He's not going to play Blackfish though. He's not going to declare him in a challenge.
Might do. You see what I did there? Juicier fish on the table.
It was horrible.
It's fish like Blackfish.
It's like the worst pun I've ever heard. It's not even a pun.
It was alright. Got a military coming in from Drogon.
Oh, look at that. Rob Stark with the Gates of Winterfell.
Nice.
That gotta make him feel a bit happier.
Yeah.
And Matt's gonna be churning on the inside thinking, God damn it.
No intrigue icons on the board to go and steal out from his hand either. Okay, so unopposed military. Claim of Lewin. Yeah, makes sense. How's David only got one in the dead pile so far? That's going to be annoying.
Well, he defended military challenges in the last round.
But I guess Matt's not got any Savers Bay ports out yet, so I guess he's not too bothered at the moment.
Or has he? There seems to be an econ location at the top there now.
Yeah, I can't tell if that's another Lyria's estate or not. The glare is a little bit irritating.
If it was, I think he would have knelt in the other two. So I think it must be a Slavers Bay port.
Yeah? We'll wait until there's like a shadow going over the glary card and see if we can spot what it is. Hopefully we'll find out by the end of the game.
We'll probably find out when he kneels it and takes a gold.
Yeah. So David is passing his challenges here. Probably just doesn't want to get risk Dracarys.
Yeah.
So gonna go
doesn't
to Dom.
want to overextend and lose some more of his board.
No.
Certainly doesn't want to lose Blackfish.
You guess not.
He's
So
gonna take Dom though. He's got 9 for Dom.
But wasn't Winterfell Nightmares?
Yeah, but this is the dominant phase now.
Oh yeah, of course. Okay. Yep. So David taking Dom. So currently 4-2 to David here.
He is currently twice as good as Matt Slade in power totals.
And you call my stuff bad.
What?
You were like trying to make a joke. It wasn't even like a punny joke or anything.
No, it's just an observation. I don't do jokes.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm just
You're an accountant, so like we all know about accountants.
I have no idea what you mean or why you're giggling to yourself, but there's things going on the screen.
No, there's nothing going on the screen. That's why I'm sitting there googling to myself.
They're taking plots.
Oh, now there's things happening. Oh, okay. Well, David would be very, very silly to not be first player here. So let's just say David is first player. Gonna trigger. There you go. Triggering Valar first, so clearing the board apart from the Duke to Drogon.
You got to say that's an expert predicting of Valar,
Mm.
because it's the perfect plot
Yeah.
to combat with.
Exactly. Yeah. So we're getting our summer into play here.
And you're gonna presumably take Arya straight back to hand after letting her
Yeah.
die, and then she can come back with a dupe again.
Sounds good to me.
Lovely play.
Beautiful. So yeah. Just,
Of course, it wouldn't have been such a lovely play if Matt had just delayed on the Valar.
Oh yeah.
Ah, yeah. Is that a pun?
No.
I'm not sure if you're trying to make a joke here.
It wasn't meant to be. It worked quite well, actually, didn't it?
I'm so confused.
No, that was yeah.
Ah.
See, normally I wait to do my time until after I've seen a Valar. So, because I'm really bad at predicting plots, so I just sort of wait for Valar to happen and do it next turn so I can go and find something.
I'm glad you told everyone that. Now they can tech against you. Valar, barring the gates. Wonderful.
Well, I just have to not play Stark for a while then, don't I?
Alright, so here comes Arya. Avec dupe. Chud on the board. David still got 3 gold. Had he got anything to play out? We know he got Robb Stark in hand. Who he could have afforded.
Does Avec mean with?
Avec, yes, it's French.
Okay.
For with, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
that's
sorry
alright.
for speaking in 2 different languages.
No, that's fine.
I'm just trying to be more inclusive of our European community.
I thought it is.
Yeah. So
French wasn't my strongest subject. In fact, French was my only C in GCSE, my lowest grade, which is very annoying.
bonjour.
That's pretty much all I remembered.
So Matt's got a couple of gold and no claim, but he's got plenty of economy.
Mm-hmm.
Joel Mormont comes out. Lovely cheap option for a Valar turn.
Yeah, the strength to gold cost is lovely, and you're gonna pretty much get him for 3 rounds, plus a Doria as well. No lords or ladies on the table at the moment, but she'll be useful if she can put into challenges later to get a bit of insight, draw a few cards.
Yep.
I like Doria, but like I don't like that I have to like put her in with another person, because normally she's a kind of like challenge that I just want to like do a mini challenge that I don't care about and just hope for the best kind of thing, rather than put her in with a big person.
Okay, well compare her with Courtesan of the Rose, the Tyrell card. 2 gold, 2 strength, same icon, blank text.
Yeah, that's true.
So I suppose you get something for nothing. The only difference is you can reduce her with fealty, Doria.
Yeah, that's a fair enough point. Unopposed power there, because Arya came in stealthing Doria.
He Winterfelled it because he doesn't want Arya to get banned.
Yeah, I guess he won't do any more challenges here.
So I guess this reinforces the fact that David is focusing only on power challenges. He doesn't care for his opponent's board so much. He's not trying to reduce the board date at all. Whether that means he's running Valar or another reset, maybe, but he's just focusing purely on getting the power challenge through.
Yeah. So Jorah going through with an intrigue, so he gets unopposed, betrayal token on Jorah, and he's put the renown on the house card. That's not what you meant to do.
Whoops. Matt cheated.
Matt!
I saw it. He cheated.
Matt, what are you doing?
Cross keys meta cheats. All of Londoner cheats. Confirmed.
Oh dear, Matt. Yeah, so that power then, he took 1 for unopposed, and then he should have put the other one on Jorah, but accidentally put it on his house card.
If he wins this, I'm going to remind him a lot.
You're never going to let me forget that, are you?
No, of course not. This is the perk of being a commentator.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
So, got unopposed military and unopposed power. He then kneels his faction card for the cost reduction to play out Fire and Blood to bring Viserion back into play. I'm not convinced that's the best idea.
Why?
Because if David's got like Valar or Wildfire, then really, I think I'd say Fire and Blood for like the next turn when I could use it. Like use the dragon.
Well, the flip side of that argument is he played Counting Coppers twice in a row. He's got 1 million cards in his hand and he just played a 5 reserve plot. So he probably, like, he's discarding card to reserve. So he probably didn't want to have to discard 2 cards to reserve. So rather he would just play it.
Okay, that's a fair point.
And of course, he discarded a dragon is no slave by the look of it, which can be recurred anytime he wins a challenge with the dragon.
Oh, okay. What does that card do again? Is that
You choose someone without attachment, you reduce their strength by 2.
That's mean.
And then when you win a challenge with a dragon or Daenerys Targaryen, you can pay 1 gold, trigger the reaction, and bring it back to your hand.
How much is the event to?
2. It's loyal, so it can be reduced by fealty.
Okay. Oh, he should definitely not have played Fire and Blood. He could have saved it to the challenges phase and then brought Viserion back in.
You know what? That's another really good play by Davide. Another really good plot.
And he's going to get Summer back, so he can replay Summer as well.
Yeah, he can use the dupe from Arya to stop her returning to hand. He can play out. He can have a lot of gold here. He can have at least 10, 11 resources. So he can play out that Robin in his hand. He can play something else out. He can kill Arya for claim. And because Summer's coming back to hand, he can play Summer out next turn and bring Arya back again.
This actually sounds like you know what you're talking about, Richard.
Yeah, I played Dark once or twice. I just forget like save triggers and standing my army triggers. But I know how Summer and Arya
like
work.
Like saving Jorah. Not Jorah, Jory. Using Jory to sacrifice and to save somebody on your Valar turn. Stuff like that, yeah? That kind of
That's
action.
a spoiler for a later video.
That one weren't recorded, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I know, right?
Sorry. Just forget this ever happened, guys. You didn't hear anything.
You are feeling sleepy.
So, anywho, Matt's entire board is coming back to hand. So let's see if you can play something out to save them. Oh, including the Jorah that has a betrayal token on him, but not a power, because the power went onto his faction card.
Incredible. Incredible.
Naughty
I
Matt.
can't believe a player of Matt's caliber would do that. That he would stoop to such measures. I hope you come into Northampton region.
I think he is.
Excellent.
Oh yeah, nice lead. So guys, Northampton Regional is on June the 17th with our Grand Championship tournament on June the 18th. So if you happen to be in Northampton, you should come along. It will be great.
And if you live in the European Union and not in the UK and you don't give a shit, we're sorry. We're sorry for taking up your valuable commentary time.
Yeah.
But Daenerys is on the board.
She is. She's good.
Yeah. She doesn't have a military icon.
Ooh! But Ned and Blackfish do, and they're in the dead pile, and they're getting taken by House of the Undying.
That was fortunate.
It was, wouldn't it?
I really hope he top decked that.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
You know, can you imagine the defeat of seeing First Night of Winter being played against you? Your whole board coming back to your hand. You've only got Daenerys and no military icon, and you top deck House of the Undying. you'd be absolutely over the moon.
You're like clicking your heels under the table, wouldn't you?
What?
No?
What?
Is that not something people do? Click their heels in like excitement?
Well, I'm not Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. I'm not going to end up in Kansas. Jesus.
Okay.
Anyway,
so... Oh, and also, just as a shout out, Liam and Ben have finally got round 1 out, so you can watch their games on the Night of the Blackwater channel and the Gaming Hall.
Yep.
All right? Yeah. I always forget names. I'm not very good at these things.
I strongly urge you check them out. I mean, they're really good, good quality videos. They look really good.
Yeah, their quality's better than ours. I'm not very good at technology. But we're fun to listen to, aren't we, Humbun?
I'm going to go get a biscuit.
What? You can't do this to me again. Richard. Things I have to deal with. Okay, let's see what Davide's doing here. He has marshalled Rob. He has marshalled Jory, who is not going to die. He will be sacrificed to save somebody if needed. And he's also milked Daenerys, so that's going to be very, very annoying. Not going to get the insight from her, and we're not going to be getting the -1 on all of the characters on the board. So, first nose triggered. Summer comes back to hand, along with the Winterfell Steward. And Arya's dupe is discarded to allow her to stay on the board. Matt is getting a shit ton of cards back to hand, and he's just played trading, which means that he only has 5 reserve. So that must be really, really annoying for him. However, he's just used House of the Undying, so he's now got a Lewin, a Blackfish, and a Ned. I bet he really wants Blackfish's reaction to go off so he can draw more cards for his enormous hand. Just think.
Stop talking about the size of Matt's hands. You're probably pretty sensitive. They're not that small.
What?
I mean, the fingers might be on the small side, but his hands are quite normal size.
What the hell are you on about? Go back to your biscuit. Lewin has done an intrigue challenge, which went unopposed, as Davide doesn't have any intrigue icons on the board. So taken unopposed. And then just going to take some claim here. Hopefully get something juicy. What are we going to get?
Arya's gift, not juicy.
I don't think that counts as juicy.
It's not juicy right now, is it?
No. Did you enjoy your biscuit?
It was nice.
Cool.
It was half a biscuit, actually.
Oh. So shortchanged yourself a bit there.
Cool.
Okay. So we've had our intrigue from Lewin. We've still got a military and a power to go if he wants to.
If I was Matt, I'll be wanting to push through a military challenge at this stage, because when it's all said and done, this round is over, those 3 characters disappear again and you're back to Daenerys against 3 characters.
Yeah.
So you're going to want to pare that down. You know, the only problem is with Winterfell out, Rob and Jory, that's 10 strength. Is that right?
Rob's on 5,
Is
6.
that Jory? That is Jory.
Yeah, Jory's on 3, so 4. Yeah, it's 10 strength.
And Matt actually has 10 strength for military.
Oh yeah, so he could push it through, couldn't he? So, using Winterfell there to stop Matt from doing anything horrible, and kneeling both Jory and Rob to defend against Ned's military challenge. So they're going to win that challenge, and Rob's going to get himself a power from the Renown.
Yeah, I think I might have gone in with both just to get the military off.
But then I guess it's like, would you put through... well, there wouldn't be any point in doing Ned's reaction and giving the Blackfish extra Renown, I guess, because they're just going to die at the end of the phase.
Yeah.
And it's not like Matt could win at this point.
Winterfell got knelt anyway.
Yeah. I want to stop any Dracarys is happening. Which have we seen a Dracarys yet?
Don't think so.
Pretty sure he's got one in hand. Anyway, so we've got a power coming in from the Blackfish, which is going to be unopposed. So that's taking unopposed and claim. So he's sitting on a nice 8 power there.
Should be 7.
Should be 7, yeah. Not bother taking the power for the Renown on Blackfish though. So I guess here Arya can just stealth past Dany. On that side, he does have the Plaza of Pride.
Yeah, he could use that to stand any one of those characters. The only thing is, to win the challenge, he'd need to stand either Blackfish or Ned, which means getting rid of a 3-cost card.
Well, I think he's got so many cards in hand anyway, it would probably be worth doing. So yeah, so Arya's gone there, stealthing past Dany. I'm sure he's not too bothered about if Arya dies to Dracarys, because he's just got Summer back to hand, so he can just play Summer back out and bring Arya back out, so it's not really an issue. If that happens, it's like 3 times Arya's been in and out of play. But yeah, I mean, if Matt doesn't really want to have to discard cards from hand, I don't know, he's obviously going to do something.
The thing is, he probably wants the lower cost dragon to rebuild his board again next turn and actually make Daenerys useful.
Yeah. So yeah, we do have Dracarys coming through there, so killing off Arya.
Interesting choice.
I think it makes sense. He's probably got more Dracarys in hand. He's had a lot of card draw. He probably just wanted to get stuff out of his hand because he's going to have to discard a lot. Or not. You know, might just be wanting to wake the dragon on Dany to Sander. Yeah, so David won Dom there. And in the dominance phase, Matt has stood Dany with Waking the Dragon.
That's still the challenges phase. The reason David characters are stood is because the character died and he triggered Rob.
Oh, okay. Because I thought I saw David taking power for Dom. Maybe he took the power before or something?
Yeah, possibly.
Don't think it makes a massive difference.
Nah.
But yeah, so Matt's now got quite a lot of cards in hand, so you can see he's already put 3 down. I'm guessing they're all for discard.
I'd expect so.
4 cards to be discarded, that's a shame.
Right, so we've got plots now. Well, you'd have to think if Matt is running marched, he would do it to halve that board.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah, so Jory, no hesitation. Jory straight out there into the discard pile.
Definitely not going to be Rob, is it?
No. And Davide plays first call. Close call. Moving Ned across from the dead pile to the discard, which allows him to draw an extra card. And yeah, Davide is the first player here. It was Matt's initiative, so it made Davide first. So
this is fine. We know he's got a summer in hand, so he's gonna do the Arya recursion trick, right?
Yeah, makes sense. There you go, summer straight out. Take an Arya. I don't think I've ever seen that little combo happen so many times in one game. That's the third time he's like... Well, it will be the third time he's Lamarsh's Arya, right?
Probably. I don't recall, but yeah, I think so. Yeah, it does happen quite a lot. It's a really useful combo just to keep recurring that stealth and claim soak.
Yeah, and she's such a good character to have. I think you were right. I know you were telling me that I should have 3 Arya in my deck instead of 2, and I'm starting to lean towards that. I do think she's well, she's certainly done work in this game, isn't she?
Yeah, 3 Arya is good. Like, I don't know anyone that really runs the new Arya.
No.
I say new in the start box. Like, she just doesn't get used.
Yeah, she's got nothing on the old Arya. Much prefer the old Arya.
Far too efficient.
So, oh, what's that? Greywind?
Yep.
Oh, Greywind and Rob's on the board, so he can chomp 2 strength people like dragons.
That puts a bit of pressure on Matt, but Matt has the economy to get a good number of characters out.
Yeah.
And we know that generally dragons aren't really low strength. I think Matt runs braided warriors, which are 3 strength. They're not going to get bitten either by Greywind. So Davide is the first player. He could maybe use the intimidate if there's a threat on the board.
Yeah, so it's a good point.
And he got Bran out. That's probably the most pleasing part of it. He got Bran out. He no longer has to worry that much about Dracarys.
He's got Bran and he's got Winterfell. Matt's not doing anything.
Could do.
Just needs Cat now for the Tricon.
Could Nightmare Winterfell have
Bran
it
it
cancelled and then play another Nightmares?
Yeah, could do that.
He could have 10 Nightmares.
Could do.
Highly illegal, but
I'm not sure.
But Matt's cheated once.
That's true. Naughty little cheater, Matt.
I'm sorry, Matt. We're just kidding. It's an honest mistake.
Yeah.
That got caught on camera.
Yeah.
But honest.
Yeah. This will be like the guy. Who was it that played Counting Coppers and basically triggered it twice on camera?
I don't want to name names, but I'm sure Dan's very upset about that and regrets everything.
Yeah, I think, I mean, obviously mistakes happen in gameplay. Like, you know, it can't be helped. We're humans. Everyone makes mistakes. But when it's caught on camera, you do feel like a bit of a prat, don't you?
A little bit.
What's Matt doing? Has he forgotten about Greywind?
Maybe. Well, it looks like all 3 of those reducers are Illyrio's estates. Either that or he's knelt a slave at Bayport as a reducer instead of taking the gold.
No, I think they're all Illyrio's estates.
Yeah.
So, just clarifying that the fealty was knelt to help Marshall. Yeah, so Viserys has been killed by Greywind. I'm not sure that was the best play, Matt.
Maybe he just didn't have options.
He had loads of options. He had loads of things in hand. I think I'd have been tempted just to...
Maybe he had to discard to reserve.
Stuff.
But this looks like a problem now.
Yeah.
Davide had built up a board. Matt has already used his Valar. Had no military icon on the board, no way of stemming that tide. Rob's going to accrue power with renown. And he's also going to win power challenges.
I guess all Davide really needs now is an intrigue icon or 2.
Suppose so. I don't think it's that important at the moment.
No, I mean, he's storming ahead now. Matt's got an empty board. It seems like he's got control now.
Got Jon Snow, who is pretty good auto for a win more card. I guess he can play Jon Snow out next turn, sacrifice a Chud to restand Rob and keep getting renown.
Yeah.
Accelerate the game a little bit.
Yeah, theoretically speaking, Davide's going to get 2 renown, I guess, on Rob next turn, plus power gains. So he should be able to get at least 3 next turn, I'd say. Plus any unopposed that he manages to get. Oh! Oh, okay, so we've got confiscation on the left. I'm guessing because it's the plot that you play when there's no attachments on the board and you think, I'm probably not going to need this anymore. And it's good initiative to try and go first.
Yep.
And then, how do you say this? Annals.
The Annals of Castle Black.
Okay, explain to me what that does.
It allows you to play events from your discard pile as if they were in your hand. However, once you've played them, they have to be removed from the game.
Matt has got a lot of events in his discard.
16 to be precise. He's got 16 events in his deck. He's got a lot in his discard pile, and we know that because he discarded a few as well as playing a few. He's got a Dracarys, a Hand Judgment, a Nightmare, a Dragon is no Slave, and a Fire and Blood.
Bloody hell. All the cards.
And Awaken the Dragon.
The only thing is, he's only going to have, what, 4 gold? Is that much gold you get with Annals?
He got reducers, but
You can't use them, obviously, for marshalling, well, for playing events and stuff, though.
yeah. But he's gonna have to get something on the board.
Well, preferably a couple of dragons.
But yeah, I mean, he needs board presence really.
Yeah. Jesus, look at that. We've got Arya out, Jon Snow. What's Matt meant to do about that?
Well, guess who's probably not running Valor?
Yeah. Or is definitely someone who's intending to win before this Valar hits again on the second way round.
Yeah. That's why he marshaled Jon Snow, I'm sure.
Yeah, lets him use Rob twice to get that extra renown. Arya's on the board, so should theoretically get something unopposed. Davide there just checking to see what Matt's got in his discard pile. So I think it might just take a...
You've got a dragon who's going to get eaten by Grey Wind. Luckily, he can save with the dupe.
Yeah.
So he can maintain something resembling board state. Although that dragon will die from a military claim.
Yeah.
Unless he gets something else out.
Let's hope he can find something then. I mean, ideally, he wants to save that gold if possible.
It's always a bit sad when you reach this stage in the game and you're staring across that board and you just think, you know what, I'm in the European Championship, can I pull, like, you know, a magic bunny out the hat and do some wonderful magic and win the game?
To be fair, I think at this point, like, it's the third game and these guys are both 2-0, aren't they, at the moment?
Yep.
So, you know, they've got a couple of good wins already to start off with. But yeah, I mean, it's always a bit naff. Like, you know, they're pretty, like, even matched to begin with. They're both doing all right. And I think that turn with Danny and the Chud didn't help Matt. I think if he had the cards in hand, I don't know what he had in hand, but if he did have a few Chuds in hand, I think he probably should have spammed out a few Chuds before getting Danny out.
He should have had loads of Chuds in hand because he had them first node, didn't he?
That's what I was thinking.
Unless he discarded some to reserve.
Because I think he was discarding mostly events. So, but I mean, you know, everything is better in hindsight, right? You know, we can all look back and say, oh, you should have done this.
Well,
but
he's still got dragon.
Oh, he's got dupe dragons. Okay, well, he's got some claim out.
I guess.
But no power icon. Oh, no, he's got power. No intrigue icons. Neither does David. No one likes intrigue this game, do they?
Yeah, intrigue's overrated, you know. Who needs the subtleties of core intrigue when you have brute strength and power?
And burn.
And burn. A little bit of burn, yes.
Just a little bit. So, we're going military by the looks of it. Is he going to nail it? Military with Grey Wind and Summer? Ah, going for the intimidate.
Yep.
Okay, so Matt's deciding if he wants to try and get somebody. Not using his Winterfell on this one. I think he's saving that for the power with Arya.
Possibly.
Oh.
He hadn't finished. He's considering.
Oh, okay.
And now he's Winterfell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
that was a bit of a delay, but okay. So military then with Summer, Greywind, and Rob.
This way, if he Dracarys, say, Grey Wind, and stands back up the dragon with Plaza of Pride and defend with both, he could still win the military challenge. But now with Rob in there, he's not going to win the military challenge, even if he Dracarys one or two of the dogs. Wolves.
So we're taking unopposed there for that military. So we get unopposed claim and renown on Rob. Using Jon's ability to sacrifice Winterfell Steward and restand everyone.
He didn't trigger the intimidate.
Oh, he didn't, did he? Oh. That would have been quite good if he had.
Not that it matters so much, because he probably would have just Plaza Prided.
Yeah.
But
so Matt here has knelt his fealty card and a dragon to play Dracarys from his discard pile. David has branded it off, yeah. So Matt checking to see if he's got anything else fun in there that he can use, which apparently he doesn't. Oh, but he's got another Dracarys in hand, so he's kneeling the other Drogon to Dracarys Arya. That's a shame.
Stalls the game out a little longer.
And I've been tempted to put Rob in there as well, to be honest. Because Rob would have been... Actually, no, because we've got double Dracarys, actually. That's a very silly idea. Never mind.
Yeah, but one Dracarys got brand off, so...
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, so I've been tempted to put Rob in there too.
It doesn't have the gold for a third.
Yeah.
So it's not that dramatic.
Not quite. Although if he had put Rob in as well, then he would have won now, because he'd have got the claim, renown on Rob, plus
Dominant.
Dom.
You know, it ain't a thing. He's got time. He's not running Valar, I hope.
So we've got building orders from Davide here on the left, and the Long Winter from Matt on the right. So Long Winter is the one where you discard a power, is that right?
Yep.
Cool, so discard a power if you don't have a summer plot, and 2 claim. And then building, obviously, you get to go and search for something that you want. So, Davide there just discarding a power from Rob, and that obviously discarding from his faction card.
Just to delay the game a little longer.
Yeah.
Delay the inevitable. See if he can get around to Valar next turn.
But 2 Dracarys are gone now. And it looks like I've got a frozen solid from Davide there. So probably the Plaza of Pride is the main one to put that on.
Seems good. Reduces options.
Yeah, 2 dragons are always scary, but when you know that 2 Dracarys are already gone, they're not quite as bad.
David remarked on missing the Gates of Winterfell last turn.
Yeah. Okay.
Still standing his location from last turn.
I always forget my fealty when I'm trying to remember stuff like that. So kneeling his fealty card plus a reducer to play Slaver's Blade What? And then kneeling that to get 2 gold back, because there is finally 4 in the depot. Doria being played out, and a Braided Warrior as well.
That's all he got. Drogo's dead, Dany dead, everyone dead.
Such an enthusiastic and optimistic and happy person.
Thank you.
You're welcome, dear. Oh, Ned's out.
He's not dead, he got close call.
That's the game, surely.
Yeah, he can rush it now. There's no way Matt's stalling this out, but...
Oh dear. Wards on Doria.
This is game over.
Yeah, Matt's conceding.
Unlucky, Matt.
Sorry about that, Matt.
Well done, David.
So thanks very much for watching, guys, and we'll try and get round 4 out with you as soon as possible. Bye!
Bye.